r/AskReddit. NSFW, heterosexual men who don't eat pussy. Why not? I asked my ex if he would be willing to go down on me, and he said he was afraid I would fart on him. Here is my last F. Please. Take it. You need it more than I do. F. Art. Would love to. GF is self-conscious. Does she have a pretty chatty internal dialogue? I found that when my partner eases into it and really focuses on relaxing me first, it dismantles my self-consciousness and allows me to feel the pleasure more. A big one is moving focus away from genitalia. Long lush finger strokes, sweeping circles, tongue and mouth action, and massage over limbs and non-erogenous zones are great. Working from out in. You will feel your partner relax and hear it in their breathing. If they start tensing back up when you try to move forward, just step back again to something that was working. Patience and time is key. Yes, my brain does not shut off, even when I'm really close. When I can tell he's getting tired, I start trying to convince myself to let go, but sometimes I just can't, sometimes even with a vibrator. But I find, if we start extremely slow moving from my kissing mouth down my body, I will get off within minutes of getting to my vagina. It's crazy because my internal monologue is screaming for him to go straight for it, but my body wants something else. OMG, you gave me a revelation, because this is totally my problem. Late here, but I dated a Lithuanian guy once who said it was like, if you can't please a woman just with your dick, you're not a real man. Like if you go down on your girlfriend, that makes you less manly, because she's not overcome with pleasure just from getting a pounding from you. He also suggested bringing a knife into the bedroom at one point. He wanted to run the tip of the blade over my skin. I'll pass, thanks. 99% sure none of the girls that received a pounding from him were overcome with pleasure. So you're saying there is a 1% chance? Maybe he had a magic dick or something. You never know. DJ Khaled has left the chat. He lets someone better do the job while he's in the back screaming DJ Khaled. We the best. Your comment just made me realize how silly it is. That dude is rich. She doesn't like beard hairs. It's gotta be a beard, or like you just shaved your face with a brand new razor 5 minutes ago. My man could sand a table with his face for the first week after he shaves. No thank you. Get some beard oil, or whatever. It's still usable on stubble. Or face moisturizer. If you have longish stubble, then I'd go with the oil. Literally. Hair conditioner. My hair is super soft. If I'd condition my hair like 2 to 3 days after I shave my face hair becomes not quite as super soft as my actual hair, but significantly less like millions of tiny knives ready to stab you. Anyone else experience this? It usually smells the same to her, but to me it sometimes smells great and sometimes smells nasty. Occasionally she'll think it smells bad, but it's a toss-up how I'll reply. Are there pheromones that opposite sexes are literally unable to smell? Track it with her cycle. It's likely that you think it smells great when she is at her fertile time in her cycle. The nasty times might be at the less fertile times, or might be after sex, or after she eats certain foods. Strong or faint smell has more to do with what she has been doing. What she's wearing, tight clothes and fabrics that don't breathe, can lead to some strong pussy smell. How aroused she's been, and how long has it been since she showered. Lol, this guy's about to have an entire spreadsheet dedicated to his girlfriend's pussy smells because of you. Day 64. Citrus overtones. Interesting. Passomelia. I don't do it often, because I usually tear the little thing under my tongue. Bro, this is it. I thought I was the only one. For real. For anyone who experiences this, it's a legit medical issue where your lingual frenulum, the skin under your tongue, is malformed. Normal anatomy will not cause that skin to tear. Even from strenuous activity such as eating someone out. The operation to fix this is easy and quick, with usually fast recovery time. Untreated, repeated tears can cause a buildup of scar tissue which can become painful and lead to infections. See a doctor. Guys, IDK if my insurance is gonna pay for me to go down on my girlfriend more comfortably though. It's called ankylosing, and it is now a common thing for children to be repaired. However, it wasn't common as close as 15 years ago. The reason it's repaired is because it can cause problems with speech, swallowing, and reoccurring injuries. Have a doctor recommend it for the reoccurring injuries. Don't say how you goof. Just say you do it eating. Don't specify the dish. My son has his fixed at 2 days old because he couldn't nurse. I do on occasion, but my girlfriend's generally not really into it. I mean, when she is, she really is. But most of the time she finds her bits too sensitive for it. She prefers handiwork. She also dislikes when we are not eye to eye. She wants me close and huggable. I'm not opposed to it all. My ex didn't want it. She was really self-conscious about her bits. We eventually ended up breaking things off for other reasons. But I was always willing to go down. She pulled the "you never went down on me" card at one point. And I never understood why. So confusing. I dated a girl who did the same thing. We would be fooling around, and I'd slowly start going down and whatnot. Then she grabs my head and says no, I don't like that. Then when we broke up she said that I wouldn't go down on her. Girl, you crazy. Well, I'm a female, and I'm coming from a Muslim country where nearly all men think that it hurts their pride to go down on women. But they push their women to give them oral pleasure. So, for them, it is not a manly thing. Edit. I mentioned that my country is a Muslim country to give more insight into the situation. I did not mention that men do not go down because they are Muslim. Funny fact, maybe not funny, we had a rapper whose sex tape leaked on the internet where he ate pussy. Every trashy page started to share that, and he was scolded by many people just because he was down on a woman. He ended up passing away due to the stress. My Russian friend says the same and scolds me for liking it. I'm from Russia and I'm definitely in the underwhelming minority of pussy eaters. When I served in army I got a lot of weird looks when I said that I licked pussy before. I didn't even said that I liked doing it. My friend mentioned that pussy likers in prison are lowest hierarchy. Is this true? I was sexually active for about 10 years before I finally went down on a girl, so I'll give a couple reasons why, in no particular order. Fear. What if I don't like it? If it smells/tastes bad? Do I run the risk of hurting her feelings? Confidence. What if I'm not good at it? I was much more confident with fingers as far as foreplay went. Hair. Afraid of getting hair caught in my mouth, but also afraid of my own stubble and later a beard leading to an unpleasant experience. I finally got over it when my GF and I got high and drunk, and I just walked in and said take your pants off. I'm eating that pussy. She was incredibly enthusiastic about it as she had broached the topic a couple times, and I was fairly evasive. It was a very pleasant experience. I didn't notice a taste at all. Hair wasn't a problem whatsoever, and she seemed to absolutely love it. It became one of my favorite adult time activities after that. Completely sober. Given the fact I had to get drunk and a little high to do it, I'm guessing confidence was the biggest factor for me. Edit. I'll add that not many women during my 10 years of activity ever asked me to, and it took years for me to gain the confidence to receive a BJ. For very similar reasons as described above. Take your pants off. I'm eating that pussy legend. Yeah, that had me cracking up. Such a funny image. My best friend used to tell me that her BF wouldn't do it because it didn't taste good. If I remember correctly, her response was something along the lines of, well, your dick doesn't taste good either, you dumbass. But I still fucking inhale that bad boy at it. I think I need to clarify, he said it didn't taste good. The man didn't think it had a bad taste, his dumbass was just expecting a chocolate flavored pussy or some shit. As for him, yeah, he probably didn't wash IDK, it sounds like something he'd do. Edit again. They aren't together anymore, so it's all good. I'm sure she'd appreciate your flavored lube suggestions though. Dix Inhaler carrot TM. Sounds like a Bond's girl name. Dix Inhaler. No one will let me. F. I had an ex who refused to because he thought it was gross, even though he pressured me for blowjobs. I should have known. Edit. To answer some response questions. No, he wasn't a keeper, he was an emotionally abusive asshole who pressured me for sex and made me bleed and cry during. Yes, we may have the same ex. If you dated a pose marine with serious black belt pride and last I heard was married to some psycho hoss now stalking me online. No, I don't fully enjoy it now with my because that trauma of being seen as gross carried into my current relationship, and now I'm terrified of being seen as the same. And no, he's a nobody, not even close to being a famous DJ. I'm not saying I won't do it, but I will take better precautions. Once had a girl sit on my face and I literally almost drowned. Holy shit. Somebody get this boy a snorkel. I'm pretty sure she finished twice and never said a word. If this was reverse and I shot a load to the back of her throat, I would hear about it immediately. Tell me about the waters of your homeland. Muad'Dib. Survival is the ability to swim in strange water. For the love of God, people, wash yourselves first. Sexy shower time is good stuff. You want a blowjob? Wash your balls and shaft like you mean it. You want your man's mouth all up in your business? Wash it. All them nooks and crannies need to be cleaned. Showering together is good foreplay. Added benefit is not having to want whether or not you smell good to your partner. Yay. Problem solved. A fun tip too for all genders. Wash the back door too. Your partner is within close enough proximity. That smell can easily carry. Do people just leave their assholes unwashed and get everything else? You know, there is this dumb myth of men being scared of wiping their asses/balls with the same towel they use for face. I mean, you go to the shower to leave it clean, right? I always first use towel on my face and then the rest of my body. I never wanted to before I met my now I can't get enough. Maybe it's a trust thing. Sometimes it's a magic lady bits thing. Had a GF whose vagina I could not have enough of. Others not so much. Sometimes it's all about magnetic vaginas. Go down. I will. Fear the jungle. I do not. Do or do not. There is no try. I loved her, but for the first few years of dating my wife wouldn't let me. She said she didn't like it. Finally I convinced her to give it a try. One massive orgasm later she says so that's what it is supposed to feel like. Apparently whatever her ex did used to be physically painful for her. She has no idea what he used to do, just that it was torture. Now she loves it, so we are both happy. I had an ex who said it smelled bad. I asked the doc. Nothing medically wrong. Now I have a partner who devours me and praises smell and taste. Pheromone/body chemistry compatibility is a real thing. It took me more than a few girlfriends to find my ideal mix of personality/body sense. I was never ultimately satisfied with the sex without it. Depends on the pussy. Some pussy you just slam because it's there, but others you want to bury your face into it first. Edit. 3k upvotes. Pussy patrol out in force. Eat that thang. This is the only real answer. You're right. Wife goes with the vagina is self-cleaning, so refuses to wipe/wash regularly. Yeah, no thank you. You've reached the end. You're a star. Destroy the subscribe button for more like that.